Greetings, this is an update. Take a look. Can you see what I'm doing right now? I'm in my van. I'm sitting at a red light, that's why I'm recording right now. I just loaded up my van with
400 meters. Turn right.
Sorry about that. 7 really large boxes and about maybe 10 smaller boxes, some futons, some bed sheets, and things like that. I will not only unload this stuff for my first trip from the apartment to the Kominka, but also at 2 o'clock,
turn right.
I will meet a Gasman, the propane gas company representative. He's going to take a look at my house, and I'm going to show him the spring in my backyard that I'm going to connect the PVC pipe to. And then he will also look at the installation of my propane gas water heater, as well as connecting the remote control, which I've also bought. I have all the equipment that I need for him, except for like a propane tank. I don't know how they do that. I've looked to see if I could buy something online, but I haven't been able to find any information on that. So it appears that I have to get that from the company, and if they're supposed to do the installation primarily for safety reasons, I'm not sure what the legal qualifications are. Like, do I have to hire somebody to do it, or can I do it myself? I'm not sure about that. It was difficult to get information on doing it myself, so perhaps it is a requirement, or the certified technician to do it. I know that with electricity, you're supposed to have certified electricians do that. It's against the law to do it yourself unless you have the proper qualifications. Water, piping, and things like that, you can do yourself. I'm on a really tight budget, so the only thing I really need him to do is just install the propane water heater and the controller. As far as the connecting running the PVC pipe from the spring to the pump, the sediment filter and water filter, and then the piping into the house, all of those things I'm going to do myself. So he knows that he's just supposed to take a look at the best budget option for me getting the gas hooked up to the water heater and the controller hooked up. After that, I'll unload all of my boxes, open some of these boxes and take some of the contents out, so I can take these boxes back to the apartment and reuse them for some stuff that isn't packed yet. If I feel good enough, I'll take another trip out, a second trip today. I wanted to give you a quick update about my fasting. Also, I'm wondering if that's the Gasman now. As soon as I put my phone in my pocket, a truck started pulling up. I'm not sure if it's my neighbor or the Gasman, but it looks like it's the Gasman. He seems to be, yep, he's parking right by my van, so it's probably the Gasman. So I'll talk to him and then update you. Okay, I got kind of an update. I'm a little out of breath because just after the Gasman left, I used a tool to scoop a little path through the snow here all the way around to the gate, so it was easier for me to unload these boxes. I showed him around, and here is what we came up with. It's an outdoor water heater. You just attach it to the side of the house. But the original water heater that was here was also gas, and it was connected right here. It was mounted to the wall right here. And there's a gas line right here that runs down there. And there were a couple of water hookups here. One is the out, and another is the in, of course. And the only place where this water went to really was into the house up here in the kitchen. Let's go over here and take a look, and I'll show you what he said we could do. By the way, on the corner of the house there, this door right here leads to the Doma in the utility room, basically. And right next to that, in this corner back here, that's where I want to put the bathroom. So I told him I would put the bathtub, the sink, and those things there. But he told me the heater that I have, I can run the whole house on that one heater. I don't need to have anything extra. I can run the kitchen and the bathroom and whatever on this one water heater. So that's good. But it is large. It's pretty big and heavy. You guys have been following long enough to know that this was not a well. There is a drain pipe that goes somewhere, not quite sure just yet. He said if I'm okay with us moving this out of the way, which I am, we can just move it right over there. then what he could do is his company will install 2 large tanks right here. They sit on a pad, and they would just bring 2 large tanks and then 2 meters on those tanks. And essentially, I'm not buying the equipment, and I'm not even renting the equipment. Basically, they drop it off, they connect it to the gas pipe, which goes down to the gas water heater, and they have meters so that whenever they look at the meter, and then they charge me. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of like being hooked up to city gas or electricity, where they just check the meter and then you pay based on that. As long as there's like no delivery charge or rental fee or anything like that, I think that getting this hooked up might not cost so much, or at least not as much as I thought, and that's a really good thing. There's still some repair to do on that wall over there and that sort of thing, so I think putting it over here right behind the door is going to be just fine. That way it's not blocking the wall. It's not against this main wall where I have work to do to repair the seal and some of these some of the wall pieces and the beams and posts or things like that. It'll be just fine. I'm really excited for this because if the initial cost to get these tanks connected and get the tank, the water heater rather, connected over here in the remote control on the inside, to get all that hooked up is not very much. It will be such a huge help for me. First of all, financially, it'll be a huge help, but second of all, being able to have hot water. I can go ahead and get the bath room, or at least the bathtub made, and get the sink connected, and then it will be more like it'll be much less like camping and more like an actual house. That's the update for that. Now I'm going to get back to sorry about that. I'm going to get back to removing all of this stuff